We are live.
We are live on YouTube. If you
Hello.
want to watch the stream, it's the
Tower Media.
it's the Tower Media YouTube channel. So get on there and say something to us if you want. So I guess we start off with Harry Potter.
Which one?
All of them.
But which one first? Philosopher's Stone? Or Sorcerer's Stone, whichever one you want to call it.
Yes. We always start off with the first one, duh.
That's not always true.
Majority of the time it is.
That is true. Majority of the time it is true. Okay. It's been a while since I've seen this. But go.
So, Harry Potter is about a young boy. Whose mother and father were killed in a car crash.
We forgot our theme song, Nick.
We don't need it.
We don't need it.
Car crash killed Lily and James Potter. No, it wasn't a car crash.
We don't know that yet.
Went and got themselves blown up. They weren't really blown up. They were killed by Voldemort and his death curse.
Which is? This is forbidden. I'm dead now.
And and Voldemort tried to use the same spell on Harry, but it backfired, and Harry has a cool looking scar now.
Harry said, "Nah, man, that ain't how this is gonna fly."
He's like, "Nah." No, his mother was like, "Nah, fam."
Yeah, his mother.
And so Harry is sent to his mean old aunt and uncle.
And cousin.
Yeah, was the cousin born yet?
I don't know, was he?
He was.
Was he?
He was, because his birthday is before Harry's, and they're the same age.
That's true.
But, he was, just born, though.
And they're like, yeah, we don't like you. Instead of giving you a room, you get to sleep in this closet underneath the stairs.
Well, they thought he was going to be weird like Lily or James.
They weren't weird.
They were weird.
They weren't weird. You're just saying that because you're a muggle.
Well, to the muggles, they're weird. I am a total wizard, as you can see.
That's why he's quoting spells that aren't working.
I just don't have a wand to wave at you.
Use your straw.
Okay, he's dead now. Stromboli doesn't exist anymore. I need a new co-host. Putting ads out on Craigslist. So, Harry Potter. So,
you're a wizard, Harry.
Basically, then one day, he gets a letter in the mail after making Dudley fall into a snake enclosure. He gets a letter in the mail. A mail letter.
In the mail. How did he get it?
In the mail.
Oh.
By a male owl.
An owl?
An owl that delivers mail.
Is its name Hagrid?
No. It was an owl that delivers mail. And I can think of many other birds who would be way better for delivering mail, but magic.
No, like carrier pigeons that are specifically trained to do that.
Or, the post office.
The post office is not a bird.
You're right.
Storks deliver
magic.
babies.
It's kind of like how there's moving newspaper pictures. It's like, why? Or like how they use quill and ink.
That's true.
Or wear robes. It's like, they do this specifically because it's very magical. Because they gotta be different.
Hocus pocus.
So
Leviosa.
Which is funny enough, because in the book it talks about them about everyone in the wizarding world wearing robes. Which is kind of funny now that you think about it. So Hagrid. I mean, so he's been getting these letters for a while, and it's to the point where the Dursleys are like, no, you don't get any letters because we hate you. But they really know what the letters are for. They're like, we don't want you being crazy. So they really love him.
No, they don't. No, they don't.
And so they go to a lighthouse on an island. I think it's a lighthouse. Just a cabin.
It is a lighthouse.
And Hagrid shows up and is like, knock, knock. Like, oh no! And he pushes the door down.
I was about to say, does he knock? He bursts. Like, he just. And then the door falls down and he's like, yo, Wizard Harry.
So about that. And then he walks up to Harry. He walks up to Dudley and is like, oh, you gotten bigger than I thought, Harry.
I forgot about that.
More long than I expected. Particularly around the middle. You would have never gotten J.K. Rowling to do that today, though.
Nope.
Which is kind of funny. Every time she does that J.K. Rowling virtue signaling thing she does, I just think of how she like completely fat shamed the Dursleys. To the point where she made it to where Hagrid said when he cast that spell on Dudley that he was trying to turn him into a pig, but he was already so pig-like. He only got a tail. I want the old JK. She was so mean. It was hilarious. Like, just how sassy Harry was is enough for me to just want the old J.K. Rowling.
I haven't read the books, but I know the movies had a lot of funny scenes in them, and I know a lot.
Oh, there's a lot more in the books.
Oh, I know. I've been told Goblet of Fire is nowhere near.
I haven't gotten there yet in the books. Well, then again, there's a lot more in Goblet of Fire. It's like the biggest of the books.
We have like so many people on YouTube Live right now. It's not even funny.
Oh man, a whole none.
A whole zero, guys.
Fine with me.
Thank you to our German guy and whoever else is listening. Probably Elliot or Nick's nephews. Is it your nephews?
It might be David.
David? Yeah. If it's you, David, hello.
If it's you, David, remember, Sakakibara. It's not David. But
how do you know it's not David?
I don't know. I don't think it is.
Did he text you and say it's not me? If he did, then it's him.
So after that, Hagrid's like, "You're a wizard." He's like, "I'm a what? A wizard? I can't be a wizard. I'm just Harry." And Hagrid says exactly what I would have said. Well, just Harry.
Hi, just Harry. I'm Hagrid. Oh, that gets so annoying. Never say you're tired or you're hungry around Nick, or he'll say, "Hi, tired or hungry," or whatever you say. I'm Nick.
Yep.
Never.
Tis my nature.
Tis his nature.
Tis my nature.
The nature of dad jokes before he's a father.
I gotta get prepared.
Gotta get prepared.
So, I've always seen Hagrid as Harry's real adopted dad. Really, though.
I would say that as well.
Like, he even calls him his young man. It's not every day your young man turns 11 now, is it? He gives him a cake. Which I feel bad for Harry because you never got to eat the cake.
I know. Thanks for that.
In the movie, at least. I don't remember if he got to eat it in the book, but Dudley had already started eating it. And I was like, come on, Dudley. He's never had a cake before.
I said Dobby by accident.
We don't talk about that yet. So, Hagrid takes Harry to Diagon Alley. Helps him buy school supplies. They meet Professor
By
Squirrel.
school supplies.
Professor Quirrell.
School supplies.
School supplies, yes.
It means book and wand.
And a cauldron.
And a cauldron.
And books.
And an owl.
And money.
He gets a pet owl named
Hedwig. But that's not school
Hedwig.
Supplies. That's just
that's a pet that he gets to keep.
That's just something that Hagrid was like, oh, here's a birthday present.
Happy birthday. Have an owl. I would love an owl as a birthday present.
Seriously, though.
Speaking of which, Dylan's birthday party was yesterday, and he got to hold a chameleon, and he was so happy. He said it was the best birthday of his life in 21 years.
But, yes. So, Harry then goes to Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry.
Witchcraft.
And
Burn the witch!
And he meets a boy named Ron Weasley.
Ronald Weasley.
Which actually...
Ronald Weasley.
Actually, he looks a lot different in the books.
They have pictures of him in the book?
No, but like how they describe him.
I don't know. I have never read the book.
He's actually taller in the books.
Ronald Weasley.
Ronald Weasley.
Bueller. Sorry.
So
we're getting off track.
Thank you, Brandon. So Harry is all like, oh, hey, Ron, you have red hair. We could be friends.
That's pretty much how
Ron
it goes.
is like,
okay.
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
And Harry's like,
I'm
famous.
Why did I give him a Cockney accent?
And Ron's like, do you have the scar?
The scar.
And Harry's like, yes.
Leviosa, not Leviosa.
And then he shows off all his bank by buying everything on the candy cart.
Harry making it rain.
Harry's like, friend, I'll take the lot.
Here, have a chocolate frog.
And it jumps out the window.
It
which
does.
I wonder how that tasted.
What's a magic chocolate frog that can actually move?
I wouldn't want that, honestly, though.
Frog.
I wouldn't want that. Because at that point, it's a living creature. And I'd be biting its head off.
It's made of chocolate and it's hollow.
I know, but at that point, it's living.
I would do it. Then again, I eat frogs.
Yeah, but
that are
live,
real,
though?
No, not alive.
Exactly.
I wait until their legs are chopped off and deep fried.
Exactly.
I grossed Todd out last night. We ate at Mulan's and I ate frog legs. And he was like, oh, that's so nasty.
I love frog legs.
I do too.
But anyways, so Harry and Ron get to Hogwarts, sorted into Gryffindor because he's like, not Slytherin. And all the Slytherins that aren't evil are like, hey!
Anywhere but Slytherin. They're a bunch of blithering idiots.
I don't know. I think Slytherin gets a bad rep because
it does. I mean, Slytherin, not everybody from Slytherin's bad. Like, even the guy who created Slytherin, whose name was Slytherin, he was not an entirely bad guy. He was just a little racist. But he even made several charitable contributions, and you research him, he's not really an awful guy.
No, just bad ideas.
He's just a little bit racist.
Ideas that were very common at the time.
Yeah, that's true. And also, you got to think, he was a wizard, and at the time that he was a wizard, they were burning witches and wizards. So, obviously, he's not going to want muggles anywhere near the school, or children of muggles anywhere near the school, because if they find out about the school, the school was going to get burned along with everybody in it. So it wasn't really racism; it was more fear.
Exactly.
So he really wasn't a bad guy.
No, it wasn't. But that's that's a future movie though. So Harry gets. We're gonna talk a long time about this.
Yeah, no, we haven't even gotten past Philosopher's Stone yet.
So the whole movie centers, or the books at least, show more of Harry going to each class.
I've got a question though.
What?
Sorry, is it Philosopher's Stone or Sorcerer's Stone? Because I've heard both.
Okay. There's a reason for that. It's the original book and movie is Philosopher's Stone. But there was a second version made where they replaced every mention of the Philosopher's Stone with Sorcerer's Stone.
Why?
Because they didn't think Americans would know about the story of the Philosopher's Stone.
Is the Philosopher's Stone an actual thing?
It's an actual story, yeah.
I did not know that.
And funny enough, though, the original, the extended version, Philosopher's Stone version, instead of the Sorcerer's Stone version, has more scenes. It is a lot better.
Well, that's what extended editions tend to do, is add more scenes.
Which if I ever go to Britain, oh yeah, I will be in Britain.
Lucky.
I'm gonna try to get the British version of Harry Potter with no scenes changed.
No scenes changed.
That'll be great. Like they went in and filmed second scenes of them saying Sorcerer's Stone.
While we're talking about Harry Potter, did you see that they're planning a reboot?
No, they're not.
Daniel Radcliffe himself said that it's a possibility.
They better not. That is over for now. Go into future.
Daniel Radcliffe said that he always knew he would not be the only Harry and that change is coming. So,
if they reboot it, I'm still going to watch it.
They're also planning on rebooting Shrek.
Come on.
And Drake and Josh.
Give it at least 20 more. Give it at least 20 years after the series is ended.
I agree. But they're also planning Drake and Josh. And we don't know if Megan's going to be in it or not. If Megan's not in it, I'm not going to watch it. I'm sorry, it's great with just Drake and Josh, but Megan helped make that show. It'd be very weird to watch it without hearing Megan.
But then again, me and you come from younger siblings, so we do that a lot.
That's true. All right, back to this.
Back to this. Yes. Break.
Oh yeah.
All right, music.
Okay, let's see. What do I want to play? We have to finish talking about this while I try to get the mouse over here to find something to play.
The books actually go more in depth with Harry's school day, it feels like. It definitely introduces a lot more characters. You get to know characters better. And I just like the books a lot more, actually. I need to finish reading Chamber of Secrets. I'll start rereading it, and then, but it's a good book. Good movies. Let's see. Sorcerer's Stone was done a lot better in the books, at least. It went into a lot more detail, and for what I know, the books go into a lot more detail. Like I said earlier, Goblet of Fire is one of the longer movies. I mean, it is the longest book. Yet it wasn't cut in half.
Yep. Well, here is Candle in the Wind by Mr. Elton John. Enjoy.
Goodbye, Norma Jean. No, I never knew you at all. You had the grace to hold yourself with those around you crawl. They crawled out of the woodwork and they whispered in into your brain. They set you on the treadmill and they made you change your name. And it seems to me you lived your life like a candle in the wind, never knowing who to cling to when the rain set in. And I would have liked to know you, but I was just a kid. Your candle burned out long before your legend ever did. Loneliness was tough as road. You ever played Hollywood created superstar. Pain was the price you paid. Even when you died, oh, the press still hounded you. All the papers had to say was that Marilyn was found in the news. And it seems to me you lived your life like a candle in the wind, never knowing who to cling to when the rain set in. And I would have liked to know you, but I was just a kid. The candle burned out long before the legend ever did. Goodbye, normal team. Though I never knew you at all, you had the grace to hold yourself while those around you crawl. Goodbye, normal team. From the young man in the 22nd row who sees you as something more than sexual, more than just our Marilyn Monroe. And it seems to me you lived your life like a candle in the wind, never knowing who to cling to when the rain set in. And I would have liked to know you, but I was just a kid. The candle burned out long before the legend ever did. Candle burned out long before the legend ever did.
When is the best time to talk to your family about staying in touch during a disaster? Amid the chaos? Or is the best time perhaps today? Go to ready.gov/communicate and make your emergency plan today. Don't wait. Communicate. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
1 in 16 years.
We're back.
Yep. So,
1 in 16 people watch Harry Potter.
yes.
That is a false statement, probably.
Probably. Oh, that would be hilarious to look up, but we're not going to. So, I was going to say something. Harry
Which one's
Potter.
next? Which one's
Gryffindor.
next?
We still haven't finished this one.
That's right, we haven't.
So, Harry is put in a Gryffindor. Let's see. You start smelling something fishy going on, and it's like Snape. So,
Snake.
no, Snape.
Snake.
Snape.
Snake. Oh, wait, not yet. Ha ha ha.
So Snape is all like, "Oh, suspicious," but he's all like,
Weird
"Yes,
way.
you are suspicious." So
You
he
gandered at my ward. Yes, sir, you gandered.
so
Sorry. Same guy that plays Turpin is the same guy that plays Snape, if y'all did not know. That's why I made that reference.
So Harry is all like, bro, you are evil. And his friends are like, yeah, he's evil. Slytherin, evil.
Evil.
He wears black all the time, so he's evil.
Darth Vader wears black all the time, too. Which proves our point. Because that was a movie at this time.
It was, wasn't it? So I wonder, did Dumbledore watch Star Wars? I don't know. You know what else was a movie at this time? When did the first Lord of the Rings come out?
2001.
Never mind.
No, wait, 1997, I think.
Yeah.
Hold on.
So did Dumbledore watch Lord of the Rings?
No, not Mellow. I typed in Fellow for a reason. Nope, sorry. First one came out in 2001.
Oh, man.
When did Dumbledore meet his grisly end? Might have been one of his last acts was to go watch Lord of the or Fellowship of the Rings. That guy with the stick seems vaguely familiar.
Hold on 1 second.
You
You know one of my favorite Harry Potter theories?
What?
Just my favorite Lord of the Rings, Lord of the Rings, my favorite theory about Harry Potter is that J.K. Rowling is really what's her name? The lady that the news lady. Oh, what's her name?
Don't know.
Hold on 1 second.
J.R.R. Tolkien.
Hold on.
Speaking of which,
I'm looking this up while you talk.
They are making a movie about J.R.R. Tolkien that I will be going to watch. It looks like it's going to be very good. Very, very good.
Rita Skeeter. There's a theory that Rita Skeeter was kicked out of the Wizarding World and went on to write the Harry Potter books under the name J.K. Rowling. So she just wrote about a curious young boy named Harry Potter. Made millions.
It would make sense. Witchcraft is a real thing. People say, "Oh, it's fake," but biblically, it's a real thing.
I'm not gonna get into that.
Oh, I'm not debating. I'm just pointing out it's a real thing.
But but it's kind of funny. It's one of my favorite theories to think about. It's actually really funny. But which would mean that Harry Potter is real. Bum bum bum. And
he saved our lives.
Very possibly, Albus Potter is playing Fortnite.
Albus Severus Potter.
That moment you realize they're probably playing Fortnite at Hogwarts right now.
Do they have TVs at Hogwarts?
I'm sure they would by now.
Well, they didn't then, and that was in the 90s.
Yeah, but still. There were still people that were like, TV rots your brain at that time.
That's true.
And they were pretty backwards.
I bet their favorite movies are the Harry Potter movies. We have to watch these. These are historical. It's educational.
I wonder if they're having a good laugh about it. I know we are.
Just Albus Severus or Albus Potter.
Which would be even.
That's me, Dad.
Which would make it even more sad, though. You know why? Because that would mean that we didn't get our Hogwarts letters.
Well, we're not wizards.
I know, but I want to be.
You are but a muggle.
You're a muggle.
You're a sad, strange little
So
muggle.
Harry's like, I smell something suspicious, and is like, Sorcerer's Stone. Hagrid, tell me about the Sorcerer's Stone. He's like, oh, shouldn't have said anything about that. And he's like, tell us anyways. You've already told us enough. And he's like, okay.
Okay, whatever you say. I just said that I shouldn't have said anything, but here you go. Here's information.
So he goes and they go and they realize, oh no, it's not. They somehow use all the stuff that they learned throughout the movie to
Giant chess pieces.
wizard's chess, just chess,
Except for your pieces die.
Which apparently in the books, the pieces actually recognize their owners. Like, longer you have them, like they'll like actually like follow your. They'll actually follow your orders better.
Really?
Which is really cool. Which they actually play wizard's chess in an anime called New Game No Life.
Really?
Yeah, it's hilarious. Okay, so instead, I kind of want to branch off a little bit before we continue this conversation, because they end up finding Professor Quirrell. He has Voldemort on the back of his head. They beat him. Philosopher's Stone is destroyed. So I want to talk to you about the movies. So J.K. Rowling is currently exploring other countries. Like, Fantastic Beasts shows that we have.
Haven't seen Crimes of Grindelwald yet. Don't spoil.
This isn't Crimes of Grindelwald. It
no.
talks about how we have our own school, and there's a school in Japan. Now, bear with me here. I think what they should do is they should talk about the one in Japan, but in anime form.
That would be interesting.
I'd like to see an anime
interesting.
of the Japanese wizarding school.
That would be very interesting.
Yeah. That would be really cool, wouldn't it? Just like
I would be.
Have different like different art forms for like each of the different wizarding schools.
That would be very interesting, because we only got introduced to 3 in the movies.
4 actually.
4.
Counting Fantastic Beasts.
Oh, forgot about Fantastic Beasts.
So there's Hogwarts. There's. Hold on one second.
The 2 that are in Goblet of Fire.
Which actually all of them are listed on Pottermore.
Point is, there's a lot of schools of magic.
Which is the official blog for Harry Potter lore.
If you want to know what house you're in, go take the quiz. However, I feel like it's not exactly accurate, because I feel like I'm a Hufflepuff and they put me in Ravenclaw. Oh, we have a 3rd listener. Hello.
Hello.
Oh, we lost our 3rd listener. I shouldn't have mentioned it. I psyched it. I psyched whoever it was out. Baby, come back.
Yeah, the Japanese
wizarding
school is called Mahutukoro.
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 You got to say it like Speedwagon would. Mahutukoro.
Let's see. Which is very neat. Let's see. Hold on
Need
a second.
of anime spinoff.
Okay, so Bobatten's Academy of Magic.
Bobattens.
And Castell, and then Durmstrang Institute are the ones that are in Goblet of Fire. And there is Castel Bruxo. That's the Brazilian school.
Sounds Italian. Castello Bruxo.
It's Bobatten.
Bobatten.
That's what it's called. But I've always wondered, do they have guys there?
Yeah, the movies kind of make them seem like they're all female. It's an all female school, but in the book, that's not the case apparently.
Really?
Yes, according to Super Carlin Brothers. I haven't read the books, so I'm just going off of what I've heard from Super Carlin Brothers.
Let's see. So, and then of course, Ilvermorny School of Witchcraft and Wizardry is America. Makoto Koro is the Japanese wizarding school. Wagadu is the is the large African school, although Africa has a bunch of
called
similar
Wakanda,
schools.
Nick. It's called Wakanda.
Wagadu.
Wakanda.
Wagadu.
It's Wakanda.
It's the most prominent of the African schools, and that's all we know right now.
Wagadu.
That's all that is on Pottermore, and I think it's really cool. I love to explore all these like different schools.
I feel like Wagadu
Maybe
is inside of Wakanda.
This is what I'm thinking. Black Panther has opened the way for more African focused movies, right?
Yeah, I would say so.
So if they do a movie about Wagadu, or
it's on the borders of
we already know about Bo Batten and
Ilvermorny.
And I just kind of want to explore these other schools, even if it's just.
Oh, like that's what the Ilvermorny. Okay, never mind.
Ilvermorny is the American school.
I know you can see what house you're in on Pottermore.
Yeah,
I forget what house.
I'm Puckwudgie.
I think I am too.
Favors healers.
I think I am too. I don't remember.
But yeah, it's really cool. J.K. Rowling has done a lot to expand on the lore, although she does do it a lot. Or like she'll say her Twitter is where she says things that she just doesn't need to say.
Yeah. Like, no, never mind.
I knew what you were gonna say, and I was like, but
I caught myself. I could have gotten fired.
But it really, she should just leave that on Pottermore. Honestly. But yeah. So the next movie we're gonna talk about after that break of talking about lore is Chamber of Secrets. So this is the one where Harry's where Ginny Weasley comes to school.
Ginny Weasley.
She also eventually marries Harry. And the school is plagued by a mysterious monster. Ooh.
I am a Puckwudgie, by the way.
It is plagued by a mysterious beast and a lot of people are thinking it's tied to the heir of Slytherin. Which this is when the whole issue of pure bloods is brought to light in the series. Fun fact, did you know the Weasleys are a pure-blooded family?
I did.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, the mother blows up someone with magic, and the dad doesn't even know what the purpose of a rubber duck is.
Yeah, but it's kind of cool. There's not that many like pure blood wizard families anymore.
It's Harry Potter pure blood.
No. I believe his dad might have been. James. Harry and Voldemort are distantly related as well.
I did not know that.
Yeah. Well, let me pull that up. Harry is descended from Harry, Voldemort, and I don't remember who else. I believe Dumbledore, maybe?
Dumbledore.
I don't know. I could be wrong. But they are descended from, or at least Harry and Voldemort are both descended from the people that found the Deathly Hallows originally. That originally had the Deathly Hallows.
Mm-hmm.
It's really neat to think about.
Did not know that.
Yeah, I believe they're both descended from the one that had the cloak of invisibility.
That would explain why Harry has it now.
And let me think, what else? So they really are distantly related. It's really neat. Let me see if I can find it.
Oh,
Harry and Voldemort.
Harry and Voldemort are related, but they hate each other.
They're both descendants of Peverell family, which I believe it takes place in Godric's Hollow, which is where Harry's family eventually lived, where they died.
For Wormtail.
They're descended from okay. Voldemort was descended from Cadmus Peverell, while Harry was descended from Ignotus Peverell,
So,
making them very distant cousins. I believe Ignotus is the one that had the cloak of invisibility, and I believe Cadmus was the one with the Elder Wand. Or was he the one with? No, Cadmus was the one with the stone. Because it was sent down through Voldemort's family. Although, but through his mother's side, because his father was a Muggle. Hence why he called himself Voldemort. And it's really neat. I've done a lot of studying of the lore. So yeah, another break.
Yeah. Sorry, I was looking up who had the Deathly Hallows, and all those showing up as Dumbledore.
Yeah, Dumbledore was death. He had all 3 Deathly Hallows at the same time.
Let's see.
At one point or another. At one point, he had all 3 at the same time.
Okay.
He's the one that gave Harry the Cloak of Invisibility. And at the same time, he had the stone and the Elder Wand.
I don't know if you've ever noticed this, but as the movies go, they constantly take color and brightness out of the...
I noticed.
So this song is very appropriate. This is Falling in the Black by Skillet.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Tonight I'm so alone. This sorrow takes a hold. Don't leave me so cold. Your touch used to be so kind. Your touch used to give me life. I've waited all this time. I've wasted so much time. Don't leave me alone, 'cause I barely see it all. Don't leave me alone. Falling in the black, slipping through the cracks, falling to the depths. Can I ever go back? Dreaming of the way it used to be. Can you hear me? Falling in the black, slipping through the cracks, falling to the depths. Can I ever go back? Falling inside the black, falling inside the black. You are my source of strength. I've traded everything that I love for this one thing. Don't leave me here like this. Can't hear me scream from the abyss. And now I feel my desire. Don't leave me alone, 'cause I barely see it all. Don't leave me alone. Falling in the black, slipping through the cracks, falling to the depths. Can I ever go back? Dreaming of the way it used to be. Can you hear me? Falling in the black, slipping through the cracks, falling to the Slipping through the cracks. Falling in the bed, slipping through the cracks, falling to the depths, can I ever go back? Dreaming of the way it used to be. Falling in the bed, slipping through the cracks, falling to the depths, can I ever go back? Falling inside the black. Falling inside the black. Falling inside the black. Falling inside the black.
And we're back. We are talking about. Which one are we talking about? I don't remember.
Chamber of Secrets.
Chamber of Secrets.
Okay. So, Chamber of Secrets is.
It is. We get to meet a ghost.
Let's see. Yeah, we meet a ghost who's very prevalent in future movies. Oh, we actually met a lot of ghosts in the first book. A lot more than they give the ghosts more character than just showing up.
Moaning Myrtle is really the only one they give character to in the movies.
Yeah. And that's because she's important for the second movie. And she gives Harry an important hint in the in Goblet of Fire.
For the Horcruxes as well. She helps with that.
Yeah. No, she doesn't.
She gives him a hint as to where they are.
No, she doesn't.
She tells him.
No, she doesn't. No, there's another ghost.
I thought she's the one that led him to that other ghost.
It was no, that was Luna Lovegood.
That's right. That was Luna, wasn't it?
Yeah, Luna took him to the Grey Lady, aka the daughter of Rowena Ravenclaw, founder of Ravenclaw, and the last owner of the diadem.
I need to watch these again. Badly.
I need to read the books. They're at my house. So.
Josh still reads them.
So,
falling inside the black.
So, Chamber of Secrets. We meet Moaning Myrtle. We are introduced to the whole racism aspect. We are introduced to we get more Ginny Weasley's character.
We get to meet Cedric
later. She becomes no, you don't meet Cedric in the second one.
Oh, that's Goblet of Fire. Never mind.
Let's see. Who's the overall? It's the better of them, I believe. No, it isn't. I'm just saying that because I can't think.
What are you talking about?
I don't know.
The better of them.
I was just saying that because I can't think.
Are you still talking about Ginny?
No. I was talking about Chamber of Secrets.
It's a pretty good movie.
I'm not saying it's the better movie. So.
It's not the better movie.
It isn't. It's a good one, though. All the movies are good.
All the movies are good.
Let's see.
Just don't tell that to someone who reads books because they would disagree about Goblet of Fire.
Okay, just because it doesn't have everything from the books doesn't mean it's a bad movie.
Well, they also add a lot of really awkward scenes that shouldn't be in there.
I don't know, but Goblet of Fire has always been my favorite.
Same, but then again,
until I got to Deathly Hallows, and then that was my favorite. But.
I've never read the books. So,
let's see. Chamber of Secrets. We're also introduced to Parseltongue.
That means he can talk to snakes.
Yep. he can talk to snakes. We realize it's not a normal wizard skill, which makes me wonder if Dudley heard him talking Parcel Tongue and was like, "What the heck?"
I wonder if that is just a trait that is inherited from the owners of the Deathly Hallows.
No, it was inherited from the heir of Salazar Slytherin because it's an inherited trait, not just from the Deathly Hallows. Because remember, Voldemort is the heir of Salazar Slytherin, and he lost it as soon as the Horcrux inside him died.
That's true.
But yeah, he says that he never was able to talk to snakes again. It's because he had Voldemort inside him. And so Voldemort was a part of him all that time.
I completely forgot about that. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
And let's see. Yeah, Parseltongue won in his family. So it wasn't just a Deathly Hallows thing, it was a Salazar Slytherin thing. And it was a very rare gift. But it also looked really bad when he first discovered he had it, because he was in the
He was in a zoo.
No, when he discovered that he had Parseltongue, not just everyone could speak to snakes.
What?
Okay. He didn't know that he had Parseltongue then. He just knew that. He just thought, oh, I'm weird, so I speak to snakes. And then when he met other wizards, he figured all of them spoke to snakes. It wasn't until the second movie does he discover, oh, I have Parseltongue, which also leads them to discover that it is a giant snake going through the pipes, which is also discovered to be a basilisk. So the monster in the Chamber of Secrets is a basilisk, which I don't know. Would Salazar Slytherin must have just been like, "Hey, go in there."
What exactly is a basilisk?
Giant snake with venom, and very dangerous.
So it's just a giant.
Look at it in the eyes, it'll turn you into. It'll kill you. It'll kill you. But if you look at it indirectly in the eyes, like through glass or reflection, or maybe through reflection, because cameras reflect, you are just petrified. However, that wasn't what happened with Moaning Myrtle. She just was like, "Don't you dare come in here," and is like, "Oh, eyes dead." Which is also how they discover where the Chamber of Secrets.
Well, that is not why Moaning Myrtle is a ghost, by the way.
No, that is.
That's right. It did kill her, didn't it?
Yeah.
That's right. I completely forgot. I, for some reason, thought Voldemort is the one that killed her.
Let's see. Harry discovered at the beginning of the book. Harry discovers not the beginning, but like midway through, Harry discovers a diary, and it belongs to this previous student named Tom Riddle, who was a prefect a long time ago, and points Harry to Hagrid. And Harry then learns about what's her face, the spider, which was
what was her name?
Which was actually Hagrid's first creature. And it is a theory that Hagrid was given what's his name by Newt Scamander. Because he said in the books that a stranger with a case or something like that gave it to him.
That is the guy from Fantastic Beasts, for those of you who are listening and do not know.
And he's also in Les Mis.
He is in Les Mis as well.
Yeah, I actually saw Les Mis after I saw the first Fantastic Beasts, so I was like, Newt!
She turned me into a newt.
Scamander.
I got better
at magic. So, yes. And Harry then finds out after going down to the Chamber of Secrets, that Tom Riddle is actually Voldemort. So, because if you take the words if you take the words Thomas Malvero Riddle, you move it around, it says I am Lord Voldemort. Which doesn't make sense to me, because that's the whole sentence. Was he like, oh, if I do this, it makes a whole sentence? I don't know. And
but his name was
me.
actual Tom Riddle. So
No, Tom Malvero Riddle.
So I guess he just dropped a bunch of letters that spelled his name. He's like, oh, Lord Voldemort. I like that.
I don't know. And even Lord is just a title.
And he wasn't even a lord.
No, it was a title.
I know.
So that's that. And he ends up defeating that version of Voldemort who was trying to come back. Yes.
He said, no, do not come back. No.
Oh, and don't forget Dobby.
Dobby.
He does one of my favorite things he does in the books or movies. And he puts a sock in the book when he gives it back to Lucius Malfoy,
Was
who's
that
Dobby's
in this
master.
one?
Yeah, that was this one. And he takes off his sock, puts it in there, and then when Lucius gives Dobby the book, Harry has Dobby open the book, and there's a sock inside it. And so, by wizard law, Dobby was a free elf from then on.
Dobby.
Because the master had presented Dobby with a sock.
Master presented
And
Dobby
if you
with
notice,
a sock.
you almost see Lucius starts uttering the words of the killing curse.
I did not notice it.
Yeah, in the movie, he goes, Avaraka, and then he's cut off by Dobby blowing him back with his magic, because house elves don't need wands. They're actually more powerful magically than wizards.
I know.
And there are actually some human wizards that don't need wands.
Like who?
The Indians.
Indians.
Mm-hmm. The Native Americans. Their magic. Their brand of magic didn't use wands.
I didn't realize they were wizards.
A lot of them were, according to lore. So they didn't use wands. Wands was a mostly European thing.
Interesting.
Of course, when it went over to the New World,
it followed.
Yep. And the very first wizarding school was founded by, which is a good story in and of itself. I'd like to see a movie about the founding of Ilvermorny, or about the founding of Hogwarts, because those in and of themselves are good movies. I mean, would be good movie ideas.
I know this is a different movie, but I would really like to see a movie about Haymitch and his Hunger Games.
So, like, go into Pottermore. And the story about Ilvermorny is like, here, I'm pulling it up right here. I
was resetting our time because it paused and got off track.
Which actually, let's see.
Pottermore. Where am I going to?
Hold on, I'm going to Pottermore right now.
I'm on Pottermore.
Which, Ilvermorny School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. It was founded by,
Lord of Story.
It's just a good,
Hogwarts, characters, Diagon Alley, creatures, spells and charms, magical objects. I'm going to assume it's locations. Is where I need to go. Diagon Alley, Hogwarts, Wizarding Schools. Yeah, Wizarding Schools. Hogwarts, Beauxbatons. There it is. Everything you need to know about Ilvermorny.
The fun fact: the founder of Ilvermorny didn't go to Hogwarts.
This American Wizarding School was inspired by Hogwarts, but what else do we know about Ilvermorny School of Witchcraft and Wizardry? Here's a handy guide. It has Irish roots. First established as a magical home school in the early 1600s, Ilvermorny.
Okay, listen to this. Isolde Sayre was born around 1603 and spent her earliest childhood in the valley of Cumlofra, County Kerry in Ireland. She was the offspring of two pure-blood wizarding families. Her father, William Sayre, was a direct descendant of the famous Irish witch Morgan, who Morgan, who is actually thought of a god in Celtic mythology, the goddess of death, and an animagus whose creature form was a crow. William nicknamed his daughter Morgan for her affinity for all natural things when she was young. Her early childhood was idyllic, with parents who loved her and were quietly helpful to their Muggle neighbors, producing magical cures for humans and livestock alike. However, at 5 years old, an attack upon the family home resulted in the death of both of her parents. Isolde was rescued from the fire by her mother's estranged sister, Gormlaith Gaunt, which Gaunt is a prominent wizard name in Harry Potter, just saying, who took her to the neighboring valley of Cumcali, or Hag's Glen, and raised her there. Basically, she's raised by her aunt, who is a dark wizard, and she also murdered her parents and kidnapped Isolde. And she's the reason Isolde never went to Hogwarts, but Isolde knew stories of Hogwarts.
Did you know?
So one day she tried to escape her aunt. What she did, she went to the New World, where she met some magical creatures. I believe the first creature she met was a Puckwudgie, who I don't remember what the Puckwudgie significance was, but it was really neat, and she became really good friends with the Puckwudgie.
I did not know all this. Ilvermorny was supposedly built up by her and her husband. And her husband was a Muggle.
Yeah, she met her husband, who was a Muggle, and
then also she is a descendant. She's a direct descendant of Salazar Slytherin.
Mm-hmm. And so, her and her husband had kids, and so she wanted to teach them she wanted to teach them magic. So she started Ilvermorny School of Witchcraft and Wizardry.
Her aunt, once she found out that she married a Muggle, killed her parents and then tried to kill her. I'm reading this off of Pottermore.
No, her aunt killed her parents beforehand.
Oh, yeah.
Killed her parents and then kidnapped her and raised her.
Gotcha.
It wasn't until she was older that she realized her aunt was her kidnapper and her parents murdered.
It says here, I didn't read that completely. It says, it does say that.
Which is when she escaped to the New World.
It says, after hearing that she married the Muggle James, she journeyed to America intending to kill her.
Yeah, intending to kill her and take her kids. But she was fended off. And so, Ilvermorny, that's the story of Ilvermorny.
Her wand that she used was actually Salazar Slytherin's wand.
Yeah, but it's a really neat story, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
You'd love to see a movie about that, wouldn't you?
I would. This is very interesting.
I mean, if not a couple movies, like Lord of the Rings style movies, I could see that. The first one being about
Puckwudgie is James's house, even though he's not a wizard.
Mm-hmm. He's the one that named that one. She named one, he named one, and
Webster
her two
and
sons
Chadwick
each named one.
Thunderbird and Wampus.
Yeah, Webster and Chadwick each named one.
You got Horned Serpent, Wampus, Thunderbird, and Puckwudgie are the Ilvermorny houses.
Puckwudgie is basically their version of Hufflepuff.
Really? Their sorting ceremony is interesting. It says one by one, students are called to the stand on the symbol of the Gordian knot, and set into the middle of the stone floor, and the silence of the school then waits for the enchanted carvings to react.
Mm-hmm.
So rather than a actual ceremony, or rather than a sorting cat, they get to talk to ancient carvings. They learn dragon words. It's Skyrim. That's what it is.
But yeah. I'd like to see a movie about the founding of Hogwarts or Ilvermorny. It would be really cool. J.K. Rowling, if you're listening, do it.
I would like to see a movie about the first wizard. See how he figured out that he was a wizard.
Let's see. But yeah. Trying to think. Another break?
Sure. Let's see. What do we want to...
So, Ilvermorny, it's really cool. Puckwudgie, the house I belong to, favors healers, but I don't think I'd be much of a healer, though.
Same, but I'm part of Puckwudgie as well.
But yeah. It's really good.
I'm in the mood for some 21 Pilots.
Alright. So I don't know much about the other houses though, other than how they got their names, which each one was named after the person's favorite creature.
All right. This is Lane Boy by 21 Pilots. Enjoy.
We go where we want to. They think this thing is a highway. But will they be alive tomorrow? They think this thing is a highway. If it was our way, we'd have a tempo change every other time change. Cause our minds change on what we think is good. I wasn't raised in the hood, but I know a thing or two about pain and darkness. If it wasn't for this music, I don't know how I would have fought this. Regardless, all these songs I'm hearing are so heartless. Don't trust a perfect person and don't trust a song that's flawless. Honest, there's a few songs on this record that feel common. I'm in constant confrontation with what I want and what is popping in the industry. It seems to me that singles on the radio are currency. My creativity's on the free when I'm playing shows. They say in your lane, boy. We go where we want to. They think this thing is a highway. But will they be alive tomorrow? Maybe alive tomorrow. I'm sorry for that question I asked last. Scared you a bit like a hazmat in a gas mask. If you ask that, my brother, he likes when I rap fast. But let's backtrack, back to this. Who would you live in that for on that list? But the problem is, there's another list that exists and no one really wants to think about this. Forget sanity, forget salary, forget vanity, my morality. If you get in between someone I live with me, you're gonna feel the heat of my cavalry. All these songs I'm hearing are so heartless. Don't trust a perfect person and don't trust a song that's flawless. They say in your lane, boy. We go where we want to. They think this thing is a highway. But will they be alive tomorrow? They say stay in your lane, boy. We go where we want to. They think this thing is a highway. But will they be alive tomorrow? But will they be alive tomorrow? Will they be alive tomorrow? Will they be alive tomorrow? your lane, boy. Lane, boy. We go where we want to. They think this thing is a highway. Highway. Well, they be like tomorrow. They say stay in your lane, boy. Lane, boy. We go where we want to. They think this thing is a highway. Highway. Well, they be like tomorrow.
Unexpected reactions to smart financial decisions brought to you by feedthepig.org.
Well, I finally did it. I improved my credit score.
You're kidding, right?
No.
How are we supposed to be the bad boys of electro-synth pop if you're out there being responsible? The band is about to be discovered. This is our year.
Yeah, you've been saying that for a while now.
You think anyone in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame was worried about their credit score?
I never really thought that
Of course they weren't. Rock stars aren't supposed to think about that kind of stuff. We're supposed to think about how many guitars we've smashed, write aggressively sensitive power ballads, start questionable fashion trends, tragically break up and blame creative differences.
All right. I thought maybe it was time to take control of my finances, you know? Start using a budget, get out of debt, set some goals.
A budget? Debt? Set some goals? Listen, I knew that we'd have our creative differences, but I was hoping they'd involve a little more scandal.
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind. Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org. This message brought to you by the American Institute of CPAs and the Ad Council.
We are back.
So,
Hello.
now we are on...
Prisoner of Azkaban.
I was gonna drum roll. Prisoner of Azkaban! You didn't say it, I did. So, Prisoner of Azkaban, basically, Harry finds out that this man named Sirius Black is on the loose. And he also, later he finds out that Sirius Black is responsible for his parents' death. And so they, so throughout the movie, he actually isn't looking for trouble this time. He's just trying to go to school.
And Dobby won't let
No, that's the second movie.
Oh, that is the second movie.
You do need to watch these
I
again.
do.
I
I'm
need to watch these
rusty.
again. So I'm gonna watch these when we get back to the dorm. So Dobby's actually not in this one.
No, he's not.
But so the hold on one second.
Which one do they reckon to or Whomping Willow? Is that this one?
That's the second one as well.
I really need to watch these again.
So they because this time they were on the train and he gets attacked by Dementor, and that's when he meets Lupus. Lupus? Remus Lupin.
Remus Lupin.
Which is funny enough that we didn't realize he was a werewolf, given his name Remus. From the story of Romulus and Remus, the founders of Rome. Apparently Remus has a lot to do with wolves. And Lupin is obviously moon.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of hilarious how you think about it. They're like, his parents must have really thought, oh, let's give him a wolf name.
Remus Lupin. That works.
Which is hilarious. But
I figure Dumbledore would have known as well.
he did.
Did he?
Yeah.
Did he really though?
Yeah.
Did he though?
This is the guy who knew so well to give Hermione the time turner
Oh
and
yeah,
told them exactly what to do.
that's true.
So
But you figure Newt would know as well. No. I'm just rambling. I'm just rambling.
What?
I'm just
That made no
rambling.
sense.
I'm just rambling. Rambling isn't supposed to make sense.
But,
No, rambling is supposed to not make sense.
No, it isn't. So so he finds out that Sirius Black has escaped Azkaban. This is also where that's introduced in the second movie. We go more in depth in the third movie. They introduce the Dementors, Remus Lupin, Sirius Black, the idea of werewolves. Well, no, they introduced the idea of werewolves in the first one, but it's more than just, they're said to be in the forest in this one. They definitely go more in depth with Anime Guy. The Marauders map is
Anime Guy.
Animagus.
Oh,
Plural, Anime Guy.
gotcha.
They're also the first one is when Harry gets the invisibility cloak.
We haven't even mentioned Quidditch.
Quidditch is introduced in the first one. It doesn't play much of a part in the second one.
Then the third one, they're like, here, have some more Quidditch.
In the third one, while playing Quidditch, Harry is attacked by a Dementor. And so, probably because of the Voldemort inside him. But, funny enough, though, it was funny what his, they also introduced this thing called what was it called? Basically, it changes into your worst fear.
Oh
yeah, Remus Lupin is the Defense Against Dark Arts.
Starts with the W. I want to say it's a Weebly, but I know that's not right.
No. But basically, it turns into a Dementor. I wonder if that's the first. I think that's the first time anyone else but Harry has seen a Dementor. You know, the only way you could see a Dementor is if it's
the
hunting you. Boggart. Because the only way you see a Dementor is if it's attacking you.
Mm-hmm.
Or if it's hunting you.
Mm-hmm.
So for instance, like when Harry was being attacked, they're like, we didn't see what got you, but it was as if all the happiness was drained from the room.
Yep.
Which was really weird. So the Boggart turns into Dementor, and Remus Lupin immediately jumps in front of it, and it turns into a full moon. But so the Harry learns of his parents' friend Peter Pettigrew, who was killed by Sirius Black. And then Sirius Black is said to have led the Dark Lord to his parents, which is how they died, which is why he was in Azkaban. So Harry looks at the Marauders map, which shows what everyone is doing inside Hogwarts.
Everyone.
And it was also made by the Marauders, aka Remus Lupin, Peter Pettigrew, Sirius Black, and James Potter. Which, fun fact, the lore behind that is they're called the Marauders. I'd like to see movies about them. The reason they started the Marauders was because when Remus Lupin was turned into a werewolf, they still wanted to spend time with them. So they all became Anime Guy. Peter Pettigrew became a rat. His nickname was Wormtail. Sirius Black became a dog, nicknamed Padfoot. Remus Lupin was already a werewolf, Mooney, nicknamed Mooney. And James Potter became a stag, nicknamed what was his name?
Patronus. No, it's not Patronus. I was just joking. That just happens to be what Harry's Patronus is a stag.
His name is Prongs.
Prongs.
So it's really cool. So you had oh wow, that's them as kids.
Hey, that's them as kids. They're bullying Snape in that scene.
But actually they apologized. I know Remus and at least Remus and Sirius apologized to Snape, I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
But it was really cool. I love the Marauders. I want to watch a movie about them. Although James Potter continues to not be my favorite guy in the world.
I know. Everybody's like, he's so nice, and then you see he's not.
But yeah, it's Wormtail, Mooney, Padfoot, and Prongs. Prongs is James Potter, like I said, because of antlers, Prongs.
Mm-hmm.
It's just really neat though. But so they create the Marauders map, and which is eventually given to the Weasley twins, which then is given to Harry.
I thought the Weasley twins took it.
They might have taken it. It might have been given to him. I don't know. But he used it. He looked at it a lot, and then found out that Peter Pettigrew was walking in the hallways.
How is he walking in the hallways? He's dead.
Exactly. So Harry goes to check it out.
He's like, Detective Harry.
You're
a Detective Harry.
Harry goes and checks it out. What else does he say? What else happens? He doesn't find them.
But Snape walks around the corner.
And then Buckbeak, Hagrid's newest animal, is about to be put to death because it attacked Draco Malfoy because Draco Malfoy didn't listen to Hagrid when Hagrid said, be respectful to it or else it will probably kill you. And even then, it only scratched him barely. It's like, it almost took my arm off. And he's like, no, it didn't.
It barely scratched your face.
But it is put to death. Harry, Hermione, and Ron go to the Whomping Willow. They see the black dog, which is Sirius. Harry,
doesn't he find the mirror as well in this one?
I don't know. I don't remember. But Sirius grabs Ron by the ankle, drags him under the Whopping Willow.
No.
Harry and Hermione follow. The Shrieking Shack is revealed that it's Sirius Black. And then they were chasing after Scabbers, I believe. That's why they were down there. So Scabbers.
I don't remember what a scabbard is.
Scabbers.
Scabbers.
He's the rat.
Oh. I thought that was Wormtail.
Exactly. That was his name as a pet.
Oh yeah, that's the name Ron gave him. I haven't watched these since last semester, and those are the only time I've watched them.
So Harry
that is the only time I watched them.
So it makes it look like that Sirius is trying to kill Harry, but instead he reveals that the rat is actually Wormtail. And Wormtail is actually, and Peter Pettigrew is actually one that led Voldemort to Harry's parents. And so Snape comes in, Harry hits him with a spell.
What house was Wormtail? Was he
Gryffindor?
Gryffindor?
Yeah. All the Marauders were Gryffindor. Even Sirius Black, which is weird because he was the only black family in Gryffindor. Everyone else was in Slytherin. Yeah. And he was actually...
I remembered that. I don't know why I was thinking Wormtail was Hufflepuff.
What a Hufflepuff betray their friends. Our big
I
thing
don't
is
know.
loyalty.
I know that's what was confusing to me. I was like, "What? He's doing the exact opposite of a Hufflepuff.
But he's actually not very courageous. They
He's a bit of a wimp."
when they there's this meme kind of going around that's like not every member of this house is this. And it
Well,
always shows him not all Gryffindors are courageous
while
or brave. Not all Slytherins are evil. Shows Snape. Not all Ravenclaws are stuck up. Shows Luna. Not all Hufflepuffs are weakest. Shows Cedric. So we see a member of every house in this movie.
Yeah, that's true. Well, he may not be courageous, but you got to admit, he is he is a pretty powerful guy. He brought what's his face back. That hasn't happened yet because we haven't gotten the guy.
No, he didn't bring him back specifically.
Oh, he's
under Voldemort's guidance. He did.
Yeah, he did, but he still did it.
No, he brought him back to his full self.
I know.
Voldemort was still there. Was still alive.
I know.
It's not his full self.
He brought him back to his full self, which is still something that would take quite a bit of. You would think.
Nope. But I wonder, is there some kind of mana system in this?
Huh?
Is there some kind of mana system in this?
I don't know.
Like magicules or something like that. But anyways, then a whole bunch of stuff happens. Sirius is taken by the Dementors. Ron is put in the hospital. And Buckbeak is killed. But Dumbledore comes and reveals the Time Turner. And Harry and Hermione go back in time, save Buckbeak. It is revealed that they had saved him to begin with, though. Oh yeah, Remus Lupin's a werewolf.
I was laughing at the fact that we skipped over the fact that Hermione punched Malfoy in the face.
They howl, getting the werewolf away from them.
Howl.
And then they which, funny enough, if you listen to it the first go around, you could tell that it's them howling. And then Harry sends the Patronus that saves him and Sirius, and they let Sirius go. Buckbeak appears on the roof. Sirius gets on Buckbeak, therefore saving one life, saved 2 lives.
2 birds with 1 stone.
And it was really neat.
Is there no butterfly effect in all of this?
No, they don't follow the butterfly effect. They follow the time traveling theory that if time travelers existed, then they were supposed to exist. Like they were part of the events to begin with, kind of thing.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Because remember, the stone that flew through Hagrid's door, through Hagrid's window?
Yes.
That showed them that the people were coming to take Buckbeak?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
I know that.
That was all them. Also, if it were the butterfly effect, how else was Hermione attending the classes at the same time?
That's true. I forgot she was.
Which is why she had it to begin with. But so that's that movie. The next movie is Goblet of Fire, Triwizard Tournament, Olympics, basically with death. Voldemort is officially back. Death Eaters are back. Cedric Diggory is dead. Really, all you need to know about that. It also introduces the idea of other wizarding schools, like and the death. It also introduces the idea of the Death Eaters, or expands on the idea of the Death Eaters, and introduces a memory thing that.
Is Goblet of Fire the one with the Quidditch World Cup?
Yeah.
It also introduces Fudge then.
Yep.
Very briefly.
Cornelius Fudge. Man, also has the infamous scene where Dumbledore calmly says, "Did you put your name in the Goblet of Fire?" But in the movie, he yells, "Did you put your name in the Goblet of Fire?"
And he grabs a hold of Harry and pushes him against the wall.
Nearly giving Harry whiplash. It's like, "Harry, did you put your name in the Goblet of Fire? Did you put your..."
But in his defense, the guy who played Dumbledore did not read the books before that point. So he did not know it was supposed to be calmly.
But the director should have.
Yeah, the director should have corrected him. But he didn't.
And Harry, but in the books, it's more like, "Harry, did you put your name in the Goblet of Fire?"
Harry, did you put your name in the goblet?
Again. Oh, you. Which has been his reaction to everything Harry has done up until then. Oh, you. Boys will be boys.
Chosen ones will be chosen ones.
Which, if you think about it, Harry never went and sought trouble.
That's true, he never did. Except for the troll.
In the Sorcerer's Stone. The first book is the only time, and the second one. Those two are the only times he goes and seeks the trouble. It usually just kind of shows up for him.
And he's just like, "Hey, chosen one, we're here."
And so Cedric dies. But in the next movie, no one believes Harry or Dumbledore that that Voldemort is back. So yeah, it's its own controversy.
Which is odd because the Death Eaters ruined the Quidditch World Cup. You figure they would know.
Yeah, but they won't believe that that Voldemort is back, mainly because the the Ministry of Magic is too scared.
Yeah, but
he's in denial. Is the whole thing? He's in denial.
Which he shouldn't be. Voldemort's servants literally came and ruined the World Cup.
Yeah, but Voldemort wasn't back at the time.
Fully. I know, but that should have been a hint that, hey, he's coming back.
And they're not gonna he's not gonna believe it. You know how governments can get.
That's true.
So,
excuse me.
And then when he gets caught up in his denial, his power is at stake.
Denial.
So, yeah. So Dumbledore is then eventually replaced by Umbridge, who, funny enough, was actually based off of a teacher that J.K. Rowling didn't like.
I don't like Umbridge at all.
Exactly.
I hate her so much.
Everyone hates Umbridge. Everyone has had that teacher.
I was so happy whenever she's like, tell them it wasn't me. And Harry's like, "I'm sorry. I cannot tell a lie."
But he had those scars for the rest of his life.
I know. She's the only one other than Voldemort that gave him a scar that lasted the rest of his life.
But everyone's had that teacher, though.
Yeah.
Which, yeah. So everyone can relate and can hate Umbridge. So Umbridge is like, "I can't teach you real."
I've heard arguments. I'm sorry. I've heard arguments that she's actually more evil than Voldemort, because Voldemort's doing it, and he admits, "Hey, I'm evil. I know I'm evil." She won't admit she's evil. She thinks she's doing right.
You know why Voldemort is
so
evil, right? He actually can't have feelings. Because he was born under the influence of a love potion.
That's true.
So he can't have feelings.
Yeah, but he at least admits he's evil. She's just like, no, I'm gonna trap all these.
He doesn't admit he's evil.
That's right, he doesn't.
He thinks what he's doing is right.
He thinks what he's doing is right.
But Umbridge does.
He at least admits some of it is bad. She doesn't admit any of it's bad.
Yeah, Voldemort is all like, "Hey, we're doing bad things for the right reason."
Yeah, but he at least admits it's bad. She won't even admit it's bad. She thinks she's doing good things. For the
of
right
course,
reasons.
it's not really the right reason, but he believes it's the right reason, which means he's not fully bad. But
he's kind of a Thanos situation. He thinks he's doing right for the universe when he's doing wrong.
Kind of like Grindelwald.
I don't know. I haven't seen it yet.
That's common knowledge.
Not for someone who wasn't allowed to watch the movies for 18 years.
Yeah, but they didn't. They barely mentioned Grindelwald in the movies.
I know. I don't read the books either.
Or in the books.
I don't know. I don't study into
Pottermore.
the lore. I don't study into the lore.
Or anyone that even remotely follows it.
I barely follow. I've literally seen everything once, and I've never watched it again.
But basically, Grindelwald was Umbridge was doing it for her own power.
I know, which makes her kind of more dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
And she traps cats in plates.
No, she doesn't. She's just moving pictures.
The way I understood that was she traps the cats in the plates.
She didn't. Those are just
Okay.
moving pictures.
I misunderstood
Kind of like the
that.
painting.
I misunderstood that entirely then.
Yeah, she loved her cats. The whole point was she was a dangerous cat lady.
Okay.
She was an evil cat lady.
I completely misunderstood that then.
And I imagine she like reeked of perfume.
I wouldn't. I couldn't stand her.
But
The only good thing she did was getting rid of divining.
that smell. Divination, that wasn't a good thing. Divination was an actual wizarding school. It was an actual
very few people have it.
Exactly, but
it's a pointless class unless
not,
the
though.
person actually has that gift.
Which if exactly though.
They need to find out if they have that gift, and then they could choose that as an elective. But no, they were forced to take that class.
No, they weren't. It was an elective.
I thought it was one of the.
It was an elective.
Okay, I need to watch these again, guys. I really do.
We'll watch them. Trust me. So, so they find somewhere else to study their magic, so it introduces the room of requirement, which is very important. Which the great thing about these movies is they introduce so many things that is important at the very end. Oh yeah, the second movie introduced the Sword of Gryffindor, and also technically introduced the Horcruxes and destroying Horcruxes. This is Goblet of Fire.
Well, still Goblet of Fire.
Yeah. So
I didn't know she came in Goblet of Fire. I thought she came in Half-Blood.
I mean, no, it is Half-Blood Prince. It is Half-Blood Prince. It is Half-Blood Prince. No, it's not Half-Blood Prince. It's Order of the Phoenix.
I completely forgot that movie existed.
That was this one.
I know. I completely forgot that was an actual.
And it introduces Dumbledore's army. Let's see. It is also the senior year of the Weasley twins.
That's not Ronald.
The Weasley twins.
I know. I know.
So the next year, so at the very end of the movie, it is found out that Voldemort is going for the is going to be in the thing in the place in the this at the what's it called? At the Ministry of Magic.
Ministry of Magic.
So
what is the function of a rubber duck?
So they're at this room that's filled with prophecies, and Harry is led to that room where he brings a lot of his closest friends, and the first official battle of the Wizarding War begins. It is between Dumbledore's army, key members of Dumbledore's army, which includes Harry, Luna, Ron, Hermione, Ginny.
Was Neville in this battle?
Neville.
Is he? Yes.
It includes those six, and they fight off.
Neville Longbottom.
They fight groups of Death Eaters inside this room. End up destroying a lot of property, and then at the very end, they're taken and cornered in the this one like specific room in the middle, and all of a sudden, the Order of the Phoenix shows up, which is the another branch kind of, and that is Sirius Black,
Hagrid.
No.
No, not Hagrid.
Not
Hagrid.
I don't remember who else is with him.
Mad Eye? Is that his name?
Mad Eye Moody isn't in it yet. Definitely has a few others. Mad Eye Moody is in it, but he's not in this battle, I don't believe. Just a few others. And Sirius Black is killed by Bellatrix Lestrange, who is his cousin.
Did not know that.
Yeah, Bellatrix Lestrange is black.
Did not know that. Do now.
She's married.
Did not know that either.
Yeah.
Do now.
Yeah, she loves Voldemort, but she's not married to him. She's married to someone else. Which the Lestrange family is brought up in not Chambers. In yes. So
and yes.
So there's the whole battle going on. Sirius is killed, and Harry has his first battle has another battle with Voldemort. And it lasts so long, and then Dumbledore shows up and fights Voldemort. And the battle lasts so long that the Ministry that like people show up for work and see Voldemort. So it is no longer so he is no longer the boy who lies. And Dumbledore and Harry's names are cleared. And then when they and then that's the end of that movie, and it immediately goes into Half-Blood Prince, where now that the Death Eaters are out in the open, they're starting attacks and kidnapping people and killing people. So Diagon Alley is no longer near as happy as it was.
Nowhere near.
And they are there's a few big battles, and there's a big battle in there, I believe. A couple. I'm gonna have to watch it again. And the Horcruxes are introduced in this.
What are Horcruxes? Explain.
I'll explain them in a second. And also the Septum Sempra.
I have no remembrance of
which means eternal cuts. Cut that doesn't heal naturally. So it is a killing curse, but not the killing curse. That's unforgivable. It was actually created by Snape, because
Septum Sempra.
Because Harry Potter is fighting. Because at the very end, Horcruxes are pieces of a soul put into items or beings that allow you to live forever until all of them are destroyed.
Recalling.
So, so Harry is a
wizard?
No, yes, he is. But so him and Dumbledore go to try to find a Horcrux. When they come back, it's not really a Horcrux, but they're in the bell tower.
Well, technically,
in the astronomy tower, where
Horcruxes were technically invented,
where Draco is there to kill Dumbledore, but a lot of the Death Eaters had penetrated Hogwarts, and Snape kills Dumbledore. So after this, they go to Harry chases after Snape and attacks him and tries to hit him with Sectum Sempra, but Snape deflects it. And he's like, "How dare you use your own spell against me? Yes, I am the Half-Blood Prince." And it's a big reveal. And so now everyone hates Snape because Snape killed Dumbledore. That is until Deathly Hallows. Where there's two, it's split up into two movies, but it's one book where Harry and his friends go looking for the Horcruxes in the first half. And the Order is on the ropes. The Wizarding World has been taken over by Voldemort and his allies. Harry, Hermione, and Ron are still fighting it, though. are still fighting the war. They get captured. Voldemort's not where they get captured though. There's a big fight in the Malfoy Manor where Harry disarms Draco and takes his wand, and Hermione disarms Bellatrix and takes her wand, and Dobby saves them. But as they are passing through Dobby's not Dobby's portal, but as they disapparate, Dobby knife makes it through with them. It is revealed that the knife hit Dobby in the back and kills him. So this is where the second movie picks up. They'd already found out how to destroy the Horcruxes. Found most of them. Then they have a few more left. They have a Horcrux that is in Bellatrix Lestrange's vault, which they disguise themselves as Bellatrix, take a goblin with them, with the promise that he'll get the Sword of Gryffindor. And he betrays them, is killed. Not by them, but later. It is revealed that he is killed by Voldemort and Bellatrix. And Harry takes Hufflepuff, takes Hufflepuff's chalice or something like that. And which, if you think about it, all four of the house founders had Hogwarts founders had item in this.
Made a Horcrux.
No, not the sword though.
Oh yeah, the sword was not a Horcrux, was it?
No, it was the diadem of Rowena Ravenclaw, locket of Salazar Slytherin, and I don't know what Hufflepuff's thing is called, but I'm gonna call it chalice.
I'm pretty sure that's what it's called.
But they don't have the means to destroy it anymore because they had already given the Sword of Gryffindor to the troll.
Question.
Not the troll, to the to the goblin. There's this dragon there though that is chained up, so they unchain the dragon and ride him, and the dragon takes them all the way to the lake outside of Hogwarts, and they sneak into Hogwarts. No, to the lake by the village outside of Hogwarts, Hogsmeade. So they go into Hogsmeade, take a secret passage into Hogwarts. They're greeted by all their friends, and it is revealed that the Death Eaters have already taken over Hogwarts and have been teaching terribly. Not terribly, but they've been bad. So Harry then reveals that he's in Hogwarts. The Death Eaters, they kick out all the Death Eaters, and order is restored at Hogwarts for now. So they get ready for a battle with Voldemort, and put up a barrier, and the Battle of Hogwarts begins, where we lose a lot of characters. I'm not gonna say who, because I don't know if Brandon remembers them. I don't want him to cry. But we actually lost a lot more characters in the books.
Well, I don't remember what characters.
Remember the girl that liked Ron? Called him Ron.
Yes.
Ron.
Yes.
Ron. She died. She was killed by what's his face?
Okay, he belongs.
Fenrir Greyback, the guy who turned Remus into a werewolf. She's killed by him. Bellatrix dies.
Knew that.
I'm not gonna say anymore.
A great way.
But yeah, it's good. And then Harry, and they finally defeat Voldemort.
I do have a question though. Weren't the Horcruxes introduced in Chamber of Secrets?
No. There was a Horcrux in Chamber of Secrets, but it wasn't named.
Okay.
They already destroyed it. That's how they knew that.
I didn't know if they called it a Horcrux or not.
That's how they knew that Basilisk venom destroyed Horcruxes, and also the reason the Sword of Gryffindor was able to was because it was Goblin swords only take in what make them stronger, so it took in the venom of the Basilisk, so it was able to destroy Horcruxes.
Gotcha.
And the reason they went to Hogwarts was one, to find the Ravenclaw's lost diadem, and also to get Basilisk Fang to destroy Hufflepuff's chalice or whatever it was called. And they find the diadem, destroy it. They destroy the chalice, and in the middle of the battle, Draco also lost a crab. Remember crab? Or was it Goyle? One of the two died.
I don't remember.
The two guys that were always with Draco.
Oh yeah,
they died. And
you
then
get to see the most awkward hug ever between Draco and Voldemort.
Yeah, Voldemort's really bad at hugging. It's like
you also get to see Harry awkwardly eat a cookie. There's a lot of awkward moments in
really is
the last two movies.
So but yeah, Harry beats Voldemort because Neville kills Nagini, who was the last. Harry dies though.
Yeah, I
because
remember.
Harry is a Horcrux, but he comes back to life. Neville kills Nagini, who is Horcrux. But also, did you know Nagini was a human?
Yeah, at one point.
Or a type of.
There's actually a lot of theories.
No, it's not a theory. It's an actual fact.
I know. There was a lot of theories that in the trailer of Crimes of Grindelwald, Grindelwald, that the woman standing on the roof was actually Nagini. I don't know. She was? Huh.
But Voldemort is defeated with the great loss. It is revealed at the end that Harry married Ginny. Hermione married Ron.
Woo.
They both had kids.
And
Draco got married to, actually, I believe she was a half-blood. Or she was a Muggle born. I don't remember.
He somehow did not go to Azkaban with the rest of them.
Because he never killed anybody.
That's true, he didn't.
And he did defect.
That's true, he did that as well.
And
really, the only reason he was over there was because of his parents.
Yeah, and they left at the beginning of the second half of the battle. Snape is killed, revealed to be a good guy.
Yeah. He was a triple agent.
Dumbledore was dying anyways.
Yeah.
So
he was a triple agent. Dumbledore kind of gave him a nod, saying, "Go ahead."
Yeah, and so Snape was actually. This also Deathly Hallows also officially introduces the Deathly Hallows.
Even though we get to see them earlier, but we don't know what they are. Or two of them.
We don't recognize them.
We see two of the three, which is Dumbledore's wand and the Cloak of Invisibility. Where does the Resurrection Stone go?
It was inside the.
It was inside the dude's casket, wasn't it?
No, it was inside the snitch.
The snitch. That's right, it was.
Yeah. But,
we've got 2 minutes and about 30 seconds left.
Harry defeats Voldemort. One last PSA. 60 seconds.
Sure. Here.
We've only done 2 PSAs, I believe.
Yeah, we've only done 2 songs. No, 3 songs.
All right. This is a PSA. So,
Dave, what are you doing?
Just sending a gift to Dave 2037.
Who?
Me in the future. I save a little money from every paycheck as a gift to Dave 2037. so he can spend it on things like anti-gravity boots or a hologram Doberman, something cool like that. I think Dave 2037 deserves it. He worked hard. What are you getting Steve 2037?
I guess I was thinking Steve 2037 would just fend for himself.
Well, all right, but don't expect to be borrowing my anti-gravity boots.
You want to have money in your future? You got to start saving now. Putting some money from every paycheck into a savings account or contributing to your 401k can make a big difference later. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1,000,000. For free ideas and easy ways to save, go to feedthepig.org. That's feedthepig.org.
Hey, let's just hope Steve 2037 doesn't get his hands on a cold time machine, because he is going to come back here and knock some sense into you.
This message brought to you by the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants and the Ad Council.
Well, we have about 1 minute left.
1 minute and 7 seconds and counting.
6, 5,
Four,
4, 3, 2, 1.
Now we have a minute left.
Okay, so
in conclusion, Harry Potter is great. You should read and watch.
it
Look
is
up
great.
all the lore. Figure out what house you're in.
It is great, and I need to watch it again. I'm probably going to do it after we're done with the show.
I'm probably gonna do.
I have no clue how, but I'm going to.
I'm probably gonna go and try to get my books from my house and then read them. So
Fun. I'm going to play Stardew Valley.
you will. How
I've got
far have you got?
2 cherry trees. I've gotten the cave
I
unlocked.
need to watch more. I need to play more of that. I'm gonna do that. Well, this has been fun. We'll see you guys next week. Listen to all the other shows. Y'all have a good day.
Auf Wiedersehen.
I do. Goodbye. Farewell. Cough, cough.
Das Voldanias.
Bye.